Here's a quick piece of trivia for you. Did you know that I'm not the only Curse of Strahd resource out there? I know! Mind blown! But in all seriousness, you've probably seen a lot of great stuff out there besides this channel. But when I was researching this topic, there's stuff out there I had no idea existed. And I've pointed enough of you great folks to the subreddit and the Discord that I figured it was time for a guide to the guides. Now, we can't have a list of guides without having the subreddit at the very top of the list. Now, this is the central hub of basically every resource for the module that you're going to find. The subreddit was started back in 2017, and since then it's amassed about 14,000 members at the time of this recording. This is where you will find basically every guide ever created for Curse of Strahd. The subreddit is home to two of the most famous guides that you're probably familiar with. That's Mandymod's Fleshing Out Curse of Strahd and Nakarada's Curse of Strahd Reloaded. These are amazing guides and very extensive. I cannot overstate how influential they are, not only to my games and my guides, but to hundreds, if not thousands of other games around the world. The work that they've done is simply amazing. On top of guides, the subreddit is an amazing place for you to post your own questions, concerns, and your own ideas. There's a whole host of helpful Redditors that will jump onto your post very quickly and start bouncing ideas off of you and giving you the assistance that you need. It's a great place, very positive community, and I cannot recommend it enough. And given the fact that it's Reddit, there's the humorous memes. Next up, we have the Discord server. Every single published module has at least one Discord server associated to it. Now, Curse of Strahd is the big daddy of them all with about 1,800 members. It's not a lot compared to the subreddit, but it's still a very active community for you. You can hop on there at any time of the day and you'll find people on there bouncing ideas back and forth, asking questions, and giving help to one another. Basically, every topic you can think of has its own channel on there to keep things organized, and there's very helpful resources pinned to each channel to help you get what you need. And I'm on there, so there's that. Our next resource is the fraternityofshadows.com website, also known as Mistapedia. You thought Encyclopedia Britannica was great? Try Encyclopedia Barovia. All right, that's a crap title, we'll scratch that, but you kind of get my point. The Fraternity of Shadows website, it's pretty dated. I'm not even sure it's actively maintained, at least on its homepage, but the wiki portion of it is such a deep resource. It's got information going back to the first edition modules, through the published novels, and basically every other official resource out there. There's almost nothing that isn't covered. I mean, did you know that Irina had 2 incarnations outside of Barovia? One of them was actually a queen. Now, if you don't want to pick through a bunch of random comment threads or chat logs or watch videos, then there's the good old-fashioned blog. Oh god, I can actually say good old-fashioned blog. I'm getting old. In any case, there's the elventower.com website. This is a comprehensive chapter-by-chapter guide that offers rules as written walkthroughs and commentary and even some additional new content. It's got a gut punch of an epilogue that I really want to throw into my own game. It's a doozy. And if you don't want to read through the blog on the website, there's a downloadable version on DM's Guild. Speaking of DM's Guild, what resource list would be complete without the website that is officially sanctioned by Wizards of the Coast? If you don't mind throwing down a few bucks, there's some great resources on there that cover a wide variety of subjects, pretty much anything that you can think of. A lot of them are pay what you want, so you can download them for free now and come back to support the creators later if you want to do that. First up, we have the Wedding at Castle Ravenloft. This is an adventure where players have to thwart the union between Count Strahd von Zarovich and Irina, or die trying. It's a steal at $3. I'm running it in my own game, and so far it's going great. Our next one is another one by Wyatt Troll, and this is the Castle Ravenloft flowchart. At 87 rooms, Ravenloft is a huge place that's insanely difficult to run, especially if you don't have any maps or other visual indicators. So this flowchart really helps out with that if you're running it Theater of the Mind style. It's a great deal, and I can't recommend it enough if that's the kind of game that you're running. In fact, anything by Wyatt. He's a great designer. Go check his stuff out. Next, we have the interactive Tome of Strahd by the Assiduous Adventurer. This takes the otherwise kind of boring item, the Tome of Strahd, and turns it into a complete adventure. It's something that your party reads and they get sucked into it, and they can follow along with key events in Strahd's life from childhood on up to his deal with Vampire at the Amber Temple. So if you want to beef up that particular item and extend the adventure a little bit, it's a great supplement. Next up, we have Darker Gifts by Igor Moreno. This adds 20 additional dark gifts to the game that you can personalize for your players or just give out wholesale. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I'm a huge fan of dark gifts, and the stuff that he's put in here is fantastic. I'm especially a fan of the one where you can spawn a shadow, kind of like Peter Pan, and send it off to do your bidding. Last up on our DM's Guild list of resources is the Ravenloft Gazetteer. Now, Gazetteers have a rich history in the game dating back to the first edition, but in 5th, they've been pretty absent, minus Descent into Avernus, that has its own Gazetteer. Now, Oliver Clegg, the designer of the Ravenloft Gazetteer, aims to really remedy this, especially in the Ravenloft space. He's got a whole series, the first of which expands Barovia a little bit, adding back the village of Immel, which readers of the books or players of previous editions will be pretty familiar with. His other entries into the Gazetteer series help you do something that I think is sorely lacking in the current edition, and that's creating an entire Ravenloft campaign setting. They expand the other domains of dread, they add in other towns and other adventures, and I haven't personally read through all of them, but they seem like a great resource. Definitely worth a check. Lastly, up on our list of resources is this guy. I know he's a little funny looking, but don't hold it against him, he means well. He's going through all of the chapters in Curse of Strahd one by one and creating guides for them. I hear you can get written editions of those guides by being a patron of his channel for just as little as $1. And I also heard through the grapevine that when they're all done, they're going to get compiled into a collection of... what's that thing with the pages and the squiggly lines? Oh yeah, a book.